Here's the one thing I wish I knew before I gave up my Section 8 voucher that would have made me richer quicker. And I know you're thinking, who gives up Section 8? I did because I was ignorant. By the way, my name is R.W. Jones, and they call me the Billionaire because I'm a brilliant millionaire in the making. But they also call me the Welfare Escape Artist because I help moms, number one, maximize their social service benefits while increasing household cash, all while avoiding their rent from increasing if they live in public housing and or Section 8. So if you're interested in that kind of content, be sure to click the button and follow me. So the one thing I wish I knew before I gave up my Section 8 voucher was the fact that because I received a voucher, I was also eligible for a program they call Section 3. Section 3 is a federal regulation that basically says if you are low income and specifically if you receive any kind of housing subsidy, you are eligible for employment, training, and contracting opportunities and any other economic opportunities from from entities that receive HUD financial assistance. So these are entities like public housing, municipalities, cities who receive, block grants and things like that. See, when I was on the system, I felt trapped. They tell you to go to this program, do this, you got to do this. And the laws have changed significantly since then because now you got to work and volunteer your hours for the check. You got to do this and that. And it was something inherently wrong. It was, it felt shameful. I was embarrassed. I was absolutely stifled. I couldn't breathe. I felt trapped. Okay, because it's like every time I took 2 steps forward, I was pushed 5 steps back. And I didn't like the fact that people treated me like I was some liar or some thief or I was hiding something. Every time I went in for my recertification, I had to give them all of this information time and time again, every single time. It's like, don't you have this from the last time I was here? They didn't care. They ran you through this merciless bureaucracy. Okay. And it was doing something to me. It was telling me that I wasn't worth much, that this was all that life had to offer. I tried to get out. People said, go to work. Well, working didn't work for me because every time I worked, what did they do? Ladies, they would take half of everything you had. They'd take half of your food stamps away. They're going to cut you off your Medicaid, right? And I thought, God, I'm just trying to move ahead. I'm just trying to, run this business or achieve this vision that you gave me. That's another thing. Just because I was poor didn't mean I didn't have vision. It didn't mean I didn't have a dream, for crying out loud. And what if someone would have just told me that in the beginning? So I understand there was this absolutely, it felt like a vicious cycle. It felt like a trap. It felt like you couldn't breathe. Okay. And all you wanted to do was get out. All you wanted to do was be free. And so you cannot say that I don't understand. Now, when I went into that office, had I knew that not only can you purchase a home with your voucher, but that you can also have access to employment training, contracting opportunities. That someone will actually be there to help me build my business. I would have never gave up that voucher. I would have never. I struggled for no reason. So if you have a voucher, ladies, listen up. It's about 5 million of y'all in the United States of America with a voucher. And it's at least 3 million in public housing. And at least another 5 to 10 probably on the waiting list. Don't quote me on those numbers, but some of y'all been waiting for 10 years for a voucher. That might not never happen. And so you either can keep waiting for someone to do something for you, or you can do something for yourself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to this world of Section 3. It's the most empowering tool I've ever seen. And it's the starting point for all things self-sufficiency. So if you're trying to get off the system, if you're tired of being broke, if you want to build a viable business, you have got to check out Section 3. It's called the Economic Opportunities for Low-Income People. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I have made your search a little easier. Actually, way much easier. And it's called the Section 3 Contractor Starting Kit. If you click the link in the bio or somewhere on this page or somewhere in the caption, you're going to see for less than it costs to go to the movies. You are going to get the nitty gritty, the nuts and bolts in plain English, not written in bureaucratic, regulatory, legislative language, but you're going to get the ABCs of Section 3. The who, what, where, how, why, number one, what types of contracts are available, and most importantly, how to access them. So if you're thinking, well, I don't know, I don't want to learn anything more, stay right there, stay broke, stay trapped, this ain't for you. But if you are the one that was like me, that needed the help to help get you to the next place, then by all means, invest in where you want to go. It's like, why struggle if you don't have to? And I know most people are probably thinking by now, well, why did you give up the voucher either way? Well, first of all I saw was hood, ghettos. I saw, all my family practically grew up in the projects, right? And I have 4 sons. And there was no way that I was going to raise 4 sons in a hood, a ghetto, or somebody else's project. I didn't want to do that. Why? Because what was the chances of them making it out without one of them going to jail, maybe, without one of them getting killed by some stray bullet, or solicited into a gang, or, just selling drugs, or just, I could not bear the thought of losing one of my sons to violence, just like some of you. My heart goes out to you, because these projects, these experiences or experiments, they are there to keep you absolutely trapped. So when you feel trapped, you really are trapped, okay? Only because you just don't know. And so I am giving you all the tools that you need to grow you and your family out of the dependency of the welfare system. And it's going to start with you taking responsibility for the information you have available. I'm making the information available, and yes, it costs me my life. I struggle for no reason. So yes, it's $27. As I think I said that before. $27. It costs me everything, so it's going to cost you something. Nothing is free. And I would dare to say, anybody that's giving you housing, food, shelter, well, shelter is housing, food, medicine, medical attention, cash, childcare, all to stay low, because you only get it if you low income. So you stay low income, but you don't have to. And so let me introduce you to the world. I invite you into the world of Section 3, into the world of accessing contracts to get you and your family out of this hellhole. Click the link below, access the contractor starting kit, start learning more about Section 3. Do all that you can. Learn all that you can. Because the difference of where you are right now to where you want to be is a knowledge gap, is an access gap. I'm going to help you position your product, your service in front of the entities that are mandated by the federal government to adhere to this law. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. If you don't want to pay for where you want to go, pay for where you at. Meaning, if you tired of that place right there, that place of pain right there, let's go. I'll meet you on the other side.